before I came into SU, and that is actually a big consideration for me to go into a uni or not. So I think effective is making information flow more accessible to everyone, not just within BEM itself, but also to the student body and also the outside world.
Our second mission is about involve. Involve is we are trying to embrace all the student body to participate in events that are held by SU students or SU staff or SU itself. So what we mean is that there are lots of students in SU, but then like what Guinness said, not everybody knows what is going on. So we wanted to invite all the students to participate. We talk about gathering aspirations from students, yet the students barely join our events. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know if the event, what the date is, who's gonna be speaking, what they do. And it is very, very crucial for this because from the student body, we can gather information. We know what's good, what works, what doesn't work, and what is our further vision in the future to improve our events. And also, taken for example, last year's election. Turns out when I was talking to people, when I was talking to my friends and some of the Kaka class, they said that they are not involved. They did not vote because they merely say there's no point, there's no difference. What's going to be the difference? What's going to be so different about choosing? There's nothing. I'm just going to live my life the way it is, just studying, doing work, submitting assignments. That's it. That is very, very not campus spirit. I encourage myself to get involved in lots of events, and sometimes, most of the time, when I gather topics about an event and I talk and I socialize it with my other friends, they said they don't know. What? Okay, I barely know that even exists. What is that? How come you don't know? How come you don't know that that's going on? Where's your campus spirit? We want to encourage people to have a campus spirit so that we can make this campus life better for us all. And then our third mission is integrated. This is where all the maximizing and the participations are combined together, where we're uniting the student organization, the UKM, and the high images of the student body to achieve an aligned goal. In this case, our aligned goal is talking about our pride, our alma mater pride, our pride of being an SU student. For all we know is that when SU fell into trouble, lots of students decided to say oh, I'm just gonna stay because I got no other choice. Or else they said, oh, SU is really, really bad, therefore I'll move. That's your choice. You were given a choice, either you move or you stay. Some people choose to stay. If you choose to stay, then why are you being a bystander? Why can't you just make a difference? We're trying to unite everybody together so that one day when we graduated, when people ask, what's your alma mater? I can probably say, I'm an SU student. Thanks.
So in order to achieve these missions, we have a few things in mind that may not have been implemented yet. We have a few new ideas other than only maximizing what's already existing. Next. The first one is 2-in-1. This is internally for BEM, where this goes under effective maximizing the performance. It's actually already a requirement for every division to have 2 work programs per semester, but it's not really implemented. Some are just prospective events, and some events people don't know about. So 2 events, it's also talking about during plenary meetings. We don't just announce the events already that we already planned. For example, oh, Edu, we have a CSR date, blah 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 blah. Okay, later you just spread it to your friends. But the actual process of making that event is also, we need a discussion during that BEM panel. So not just the Cardiff knows about it, but all the members feel like they can contribute to the event and to what it is. And also, by having more people in the discussion, we can know the aspirations from the whole campus and not just being exclusive to BEM. This is what BEM wants to do, yeah, but does the whole student body want to do it? Or is it just, we make a seminar, then do they want to join? But we have to force them to join. Then if we have to force the student body to join, that's not really what the student body wants. So effective is also talking about just working for them. And the 2-in-1, when we want to make new programs or events, it's not just us making it for us because we think it's a good idea, but we also have to know what they want and work on it from there. And it's also making equal work distribution. It doesn't mean that, okay, for example, Edu has too much work. Okay, BEM Art, take faculty meeting, you do that thing. It's not like that. But it's also maximizing their art focuses on creativity. Then let them make events that that is extruded from that value that they hold. And also supporting other divisions. It's also part of being integrated, that each division needs to help each other. Like OSPEC and Kader is already prime examples of how divisions, MPM and BEM work together to create an event. Which is really good because it involves everyone. It's not just a group doing one thing, but it's everyone working together. So we want to achieve that in also other events, not just the big events like OSPEC and Kader. And we're official. This is basically the work program that we created by making BEM SGU's official line account. As I said before, information flow is very crucial in getting everybody to know what's going on and getting everybody involved. If they don't even know, how are they going to get involved? How are they going to help out? And how are they going to publicize? Because all information, all events should go to BEM PR, but that's really not the fact because BEM PR doesn't even know there's a for this SO election, they haven't even uploaded the teaser video until very recently, and the information flow is just not going around so well. And we feel that by making an official line account, every student in SDU will get the information directly to their phones. If we upload it on Instagram, not everyone opens Instagram every day. They wouldn't get a notification. If they don't open Instagram, then they don't know what's happening in the campus. But by making a line account, it goes in directly to their messages. Now, to avoid spam, we only broadcast the ones that are actually needs them or to participate. The events yang not really related to them can be just on the timeline as a post. And also the advantage of having a line account is so that everyone has access to them. So if they have an aspiration, if they have a complaint, if they want to ask about an event, they know where to go. Because right now the other students are just like they don't know who to ask. They don't know where to go for them. Through this, it's very personal. There's an admin, and the admin is going to be managed by BEM PR, but other divisions in BEM can also help manage this account because you can create multiple accounts using like that.
Alright, so our next work program is called the What's Up SGU. So What's Up SGU, this is open for everyone. We are planning to make an integrated timeline which focuses on like for example, a Google Calendar with events on each dates. So why is this useful for us? Is because like every time we wanted to make an event, we always have to consider like which other UKM or HMJ is having an event on this date or whichever is having like a plan on this date. And every time that happens, there's a clash. There's always a clash. Therefore, our solution to that problem is we make a timeline, we make a Google Calendar, which every time there's an event going on, it is managed, like it says there, managed by BEM PR. The students can go directly to BEM PR and say that we're gonna have this event on this date. So can you guys put it on the timeline that we're gonna have the event on this date, so that it's reserved. So and also this calendar is planned to make either on Google Docs or Google Calendar. It's either one. It's online and it's accessible to all. It's open access. There's always a shared link account, but it's not open for edit. It's only open for edit for specific people on top. For example, like the BEM or the BEM PR member itself or others from other division. But basically, this can help nabrak istilahnya with other events, and also whenever you ask like, hey, what's going on this weekend? What's going on in campus this weekend? You can just simply check the timeline and see that there's an internal going on, there's events going on, and that's it. And okay, our final work program is called the SGU Night Returns. This is focused on the integrated mission. So we wanted to gather all the students' personnel. This is open for staff and member. And basically there, it's like a talent night, talent show, and also awarding night, like presented on a previous presentation also from years to years. This is where like every UKM wanted to show like when they have dance, they want to show their dance. If they have like an art exhibition, they can exhibit their art. If, for example, HTM is cooking a food, HTM can provide the food for the event. And basically the point of this event is to embrace the familiarity with everyone in SU, not excluded students, not excluded staff. We wanted to bond, we wanted to understand each other, we want to talk to each other, we wanted to be open. And it's also indirectly promoting SGU itself, so that we can show to others that we are still an active campus and we're not planning to go out soon.
Okay, that's it for Vision Mission Work programs. If you have any questions, please be welcome to It's all online, you can watch it through social media.
Already? Okay, question is from me. First, it's a nice spot that you are talking about. Effective level flowing flow. This is increase. And then of course, always sense of belonging is by getting everyone involved. That's also I really like it. And then achieve the one that's unity. It's also similar sense of belonging. Now, question from me. Maybe it can be, there are several questions, but I can gather them, combine them into one questions. You mentioned about, okay, you want to make a better info flow, then you create a line down, so that everybody will be informed about that. And then again, how to make the so integrated, then you are also making integrated timeline. How to do the timeline.
It's involved.
It's involved there also. The question is this. My concern is this. It is one thing to prepare for the facility or the information to be obtained. That's one thing. You create a line account, you create the Google Drive account and all that, right? That's one thing. It's another thing to prepare the access. The students, body, our students or students who are involved in the division in the student organization, how to create the access, maybe create an account of them, or every student must have an account, or not all students. I don't think all students like 100% have a line account or things like that. How there's another challenge, yeah. So one thing is to prepare the facility, which is the BEM will do it, and then to create the account. The next thing, which is the hardest one, which is my concern, is that how to make the student want to access. That's the thing, yeah? You get what my point, yeah? One thing is to prepare the facility, which is probably you can just create that, gather information, get the student data, or force them to make an aligned account, or to know there's a Google Drive that you can go. And another thing is to create access for them. And another thing is to create the one thing for them to access. Now, just one question with regards to that. According to my concern, if there is a challenge, I don't know whether you have thought about it, if there is a challenge in those concerns, of course the first concern I think is one thing that the job the BEM will do later. And then to make the access, probably you have to gather information, students. But the most important thing is, my question is, how to make the students want to access that. Okay, that's my question. You like that?
Okay, so but we already thought about this. One of the way is basically in every classroom we always have one representative. The whole class not going in. Now our first initial idea is not concrete yet. Is that we gather each representative of each classroom into one in a single line group, and we can chat with them. It's a group chat basically.
Like another group, yeah.
Like a coordinator group. With that person, we will share them the Google Link account. Not through the Google Link account, but this Google Link account is exclusive with us. So it's only view. We can access like view only, can edit, can view only. These people can view only. Now, the exception is that how are we going to encourage them to actually see it or use it? Well, the thing is that it is the timeline. It is if you want to see what's going on, if you want to make an event, you have to see it no matter no matter what. You can ask around, but then like why would you ask around if you can just like access it simply? So the problem there is that they don't know that, if they don't know that the Google Drive exists, the integrated calendar exists, which again brings to the maximizing potential of the info flow. So we need to make it open to say that we have an integrated timeline. Please check it out if you guys want to see an event, if you guys want to make an event, if you guys want to do an event. Because from my experience right now is that, I'll just be open, biomedical engineering is having an event in 2 weeks, and I am pretty sure nobody knows about that because it's not open yet and the proposal is still tacky. Now, this is a problem coming from the student itself because they are not motivated to check it, but they were already given the information. So that's why this class press that's inside always we ask them all to always remind the student, guys, every week, please check the timeline if you guys want to see what's going on. Just at least share the link, and everyone will share the link. Because one thing that we know that's active in the group of all the year is always the class group. Bagi-bagi tugas, share jawaban PR, things like that.
But I think that's where the line
Apa? Jawaban PR.
kan active discussion.
Ya, bohong itu. Ya,
Kita mah enggak, Pak.
Sudah melekat tidak sendiri.
But for me, that's where the line at the account comes in because I'm pretty sure everyone in campus has a line account because most of the class groups are in line. The UKM groups are in line. So I don't think, maybe there's one or two exceptions, but most of everybody has a line account. They don't have to make a line account. It's just adding as a friend. So it's just add friend. And that ketua kelas is just responsible for getting, hey guys, add aja. Add apa susahnya sih? It's only add. And then whatever you want to read it afterwards, that's a concern for a later date. But at least they get the information already. And
We have this one first.
Instagram.
Sure. Can I?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sure. I was reading that.
Alright, so I got a couple of questions for you guys. Do you want me to just throw it all out or just one by one?
Whichever makes you feel.
Give it to us. I'll do one by one, okay? I really like your programs and your visions and missions. They're very good. Very good. But this is not too far from Mr. Boris's question. I understand you have a lot of programs which it's already, some are done before, but maybe not continued, or people are not as attentive or engaged as you guys would want them to be, right? And so for that, you gotta have an X factor to be noticed. For example, you have Instagram, you have Facebook page, you have Twitter, whatever. But how do you get them engaged? And don't say you just want to share your link and keep reminding them. Give me something else, guys. And to the events also, like how do you get them to, because like every university, every community, that we have different students with different mindsets, different hobbies, different things that they like. Some like to join, some just don't care at all.
I'm pretty sure Instagram is a very big influence for kids Japan now. And like almost everyone has an Instagram, and I think by making BEM's Instagram just more attractive in general, maybe making a feed, maybe making like quiz berhadiah, or maybe making kayak tag like this picture and tag 3 of your friends. I think that will get word around more effectively. And also starting from anak-anak EXO sendiri, if we ourselves don't join the events, how do we expect others to do the same? If all of us, like all 100 people, actually join every event that's open for public, I'm pretty sure, and actively like promote it to their own class, to their own group of friends, personal approach is most effective rather than just blasting it out on social media.
So understand that you should be closer to the student body itself.
May I add? Okay, so one thing that I learned is like Gina said, I was about to say that personal approach most of the time always works, because when you talk to someone personally, they'll feel more closer, connected.
Time always works.
Always. That's what you did always do. And I feel it really works. Everybody's open to you. And what I'm saying is that we can't, it's not just the two of us. The two of us is not enough to do that. So what we're planning to do is, like Gina said again, start from the internal, start from the BEM itself. We have to boost their morality. Being very motivated, then we actually adjust our friends to join the events, to be more involved. It has to be from within.
And if the events itself are what the students want, they should opt in more than things that we think are good but they don't have an interest in.
My second question and my last question, I'm really fast, this is really heavy. As you know, I'm going to ask you the same question as that I asked for the candidates before. As you know, non-academic activities is very important in every university. I've been trying to push because we have a crisis for all the clubs. Not too many people are involved, and some of the academics don't get any new members, and basically everybody's thinking about the generation and whether they're going to survive or not. I've been trying to push, and I've been going with BEM study money, and most of the universities already have, they make it as a requirement to gather points, non-academic points, so they have to join some sort of programs in those 4 years to graduate. Meanwhile, they have to have like a certain amount of points. I'm trying to push that so that they do the same thing here, because students, some just don't want to join, some just, they need a little bit of push, you know, but I'm pretty sure, you know, they have hobbies, they just, some are shy, some are, what are your ideas?
I agree completely. Kaya for the new students, you make it mandatory.
Make it mandatory.
For the first semesters, make it mandatory. They have to join minimum, for example, 1 UKM. For the next year, if they don't want to join, okay, but maybe per event we can make like the point system. So joining an UKM and actually being active 75% up, that's like, for example, like a bigger, like 8 points or something. They have to collect 32, like 24 like SKS. So joining an UKM is 12 SKS. Joining an event, per event, 2 SKS. So in the 4 years that they have to collect the points, yeah, it fills up not just by joining UKM, but also by joining events and being an ATS. I think that it's good to make it mandatory for the new students, but for the upper batches, because we can't do it now. But then again, it's only 3 batches. For the new students, I think we can still implement it like in a coming semester. But for the higher batches, maybe
Batches?
the same system but less points, because they have already more going on.
For me, the higher batches can act as a supervisor of the UKM itself, since like the regulation right now prohibits semester 7 or semester 8
Yeah.
to be the BEM.
Yeah.
At the least they can do is to become a supervisor and actually makes the UKM itself or the club itself seems interesting, which eagers others to join. That usually works.
And semester 7 and 8, we know a lot who still want to be involved.
Make it mandatory to join the times. What would you do about that?
If it's already part of the curriculum, they can't really have
I can't really answer. Okay.
for the new students. Yeah, for the new students. Yeah. And if their reason is I am not interested in any of the UKMs, then ask them what UKM would you like to have. If they want to have a drone top up, then there is an existing drone top up. But okay, for example, like anime club or something, then, or badminton club. There's a lot of voice for badminton.
Ya, ketuanya dia. Aku pembinanya.
Yeah,
How would you save the ones that are dying right now?
Save the ones that are dying. That's difficult because I'm part of a dying club. I'm part of Taekwondo and there are no new students this semester. Like for Bible fellowship, we can kind of pray about it and it's more of a community. but for Taekwondo, there's no religious aspects. We can't really force the new students to come in.
It's a market war.
Yeah, but I think it's more of the point system. I think it's gonna be like if they feel that by doing this, I'm actually boosting my academic works as well, and this is syarat untuk lulus. Mau nggak mau mereka lakuin, and they're gonna choose to go based on their preferences kan. We're not gonna force them.
Next year, actually starting this year, regulation by the government that every certificate that you have will be accompanied with sertifikat pendamping ijazah.
Yeah.
So basically this contains all your activity which is non-academic and all that, and then that will be on the hands of our friends here, our king here, which is he will be the one that confirm that this guy, this person is actually involved in this and this and this, and that should be accompanied. So basically when we are applying for a job, that should be accompanied also. So again, that will be the next student organization should be aware about that also, that students who are in the one club, then we have the say, or the student organization head should have a say, the UKM head should have a say whether they are involved or not, and then should be channeled through Pak Dave, whoever holding the position, because I think probably going to the professor next year.
If they know how important it is and how it actually affects them non-academically, I think they're gonna be okay with doing it.
Yes, and that's also a really good way to encourage people to join the clan. Like
And
saying,
events.
yes. But I was saying like this can help your CV, this can help you with your future work, and it's gonna be put into your qualification.
And it's a requirement.
It is.
It's not a choice.
If it's a requirement, then
I think they're gonna do
yeah.
Yeah, we could in the curriculum it's not yet that's something that we should discuss with the academic whether they can have that.
I think that's
But yeah, we could push that.
That's a really good idea. Mandatory.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you guys.
My media, seemingly you
Very happy
enjoy
to.
this because they are going to hand over. Yeah.
Any questions?
Kalau ini bisa balik ke slide yang program kerja yang kelima. Oke. Di situ tulis 2 events per division per semester minimal. Oke. Terus juga ada yang redirecting work from one division to another. Oke. Misalkan gini, ada program kerja namanya orientasi atau spek. Ada juga program kerja namanya orientasi. Di situ butuh persiapan banyak banget dan lama panjang. Kalau pas angkatan saya itu persiapannya dari awal bulan Maret untuk ospek yang diadakan bulan Agustus. Karena itu butuh persiapannya dan harus kolaborasi dengan tim marketing dari marketingnya sendiri. Kalau itu tulis 2 event division per semester, sedangkan ospek dan kader misalkan itu butuh personil yang banyak banget, bisa dibilang mencakup seluruh divisi. Bagaimana kalian bagi waktu untuk 2 event per division per semester yang kalian bagi?
Dari apa sih? Dari saya.
Sorry.
Dari aku sih cuman intinya 2 event itu nggak harus event gede-gedean. Music Corner di Mall Alsat itu sudah termasuk satu event. Kartini Day itu sudah termasuk satu event. Event-event yang sebulan proposal kirim kumpul udah jadi, dan gimana pun orang masuk ke BEM PR, masuk ke BEM Art, kan mereka juga mau punya acara sendiri. Nggak mungkin aku mau masuk BEM Art, kenapa ngurusin ospek? Kan nggak bisa kan, walaupun ospek itu hitungannya membantu, lebih ke arah membantu dibanding manage semuanya, karena semua divisi itu harus punya acara sendiri juga. Gak mungkin sport gak ada internal, kali internal aja udah gede banget untuk sport internal gitu, atau enggak yang udah eksternal internal, lebih ke arah eventnya gak usah gede, cuman at least ada gitu, supaya bisa lihat BEM ngapain aja, oh ada kita gitu. Dan lebih banyak untuk mahasiswanya juga. Kalau sekarang teman-teman banyak kan nanya, BEM nggak ada acara, walaupun kita internal, oh gini ini udah ribet banget, udah banyak banget, tapi mereka nggak ngerasain. Jadi lebih bikin acara mungkin yang lebih untuk menjangkau ke mereka yang mereka punya.
Nah, tadi kan dibilang intro aja kalian udah bisa banget gitu kayak kalian. Ya, kalian maintain gimana buat tim kalian ini? Karena kan maksudnya kalian butuh persiapan baik banget gitu kan. Sedangkan kalian juga sibuk kuliah kan, jangan lupain tugas utama kalian buat kuliah ya. Jadi gimana kalian bagi waktu sendiri di BEM ini? Kan kalian juga tahu SGU kan nggak kayak kampus yang bisa bolos-bolos.
23 SKS.
Iya. Kalian itu bakal sibuk banget gitu.
Ada bahasa nih, jadi kan aku
Belum lagi lu pacaran.
15
Caranya 15 kan.
So, jadi menurut pengalaman aku yang dari kemarin kita ngurusin internal, dan kita internal yang semester genap itu di konsultan, karena persiapan kurang lapangan kan, di persiapan kita untuk internal yang semester ganjil ini kebetulan sangatlah mepet, dan itu benar-benar kayak belak-belakannya proposal keluar itu agak telat banget sih sebenarnya. Nah itu memang manage waktunya itu susah, dan kita pada saat hari-harinya sendiri itu banyak yang nggak tahu kan kita ada acara ini, ada acara itu. Jadi kalau misalkan ngurusin internal, kayak contoh kayak yang kita pinjam lapangan ke Spartan, itu kita selalu kirim perwakilan, kita selalu nanya di grup, ini ada yang bisa nggak hari segini, tanggal segini, jam segini, kita mau meeting ke Spartan, kita mau naikin proposal sewa lapangan, kita selalu nanya. Jadi kayak siapapun yang respon, siapapun yang bisa respon, itu yang nanti kita panggil. Jadi kita briefing, jadi kita kasih, pasti ditanya kayak, ntar lu tanya ini aja, lu tanya ini, ntar gini gimana, budgeting gimana, bayar berapa, kelarkan itu selesai. Nah itu biasanya kita rapatin internal lagi, kita omongin lagi di dalam. Tapi in my case, aku jujur aku nggak ngurusin internal futsal, nggak ngurusin pingpong. Nah kalau pingpong itu aku ngomong sama orang dalam, aku minta bantuan dari orang pingpong sendiri, dari bukan pingpong sendiri. Nah itu mereka banyak yang bantu aku, tapi sayangnya kurang banyak personil. Bahkan orang dari UKM sendiri nggak mau ikut. Nah itu aku dapat info itu, jadi pas-pasan belak-belakan sebelum aku pergi ke Springsnya mau sewa, pinjam lapangan, mau booking lapangannya. Sebelum itu dia udah ngasih tau aku kayak, saya jangan, nggak ada orang. Jadi sebuah communication.
Jadi komen aja ya. Kalian harus mikirin di situ waktunya. Karena kalian bakal sibuk banget besar. Terus yang komen juga nih buat yang tadi ada program kalian kan ada berapa ya? Ada 4 ya. Program ada 4 yang pasti. Cuma 3-nya kan untuk internal BEM sendiri kayaknya. Yang keluar itu cuma instrumen atau apa?
Ya, yang integrated pipeline.
Ya, oke. Lain itu maksudnya kan kalian nggak partisipasi dari anak-anak. Maksudnya itu program outputnya buat anak-anak mahasiswa, tapi mahasiswa di situ kalau partisipasi di programnya sendiri gitu.
Kalau integrated pipeline secara nggak langsung pihak keduanya terlibat.
Oke, itu tapi ada penangannya di sini.
Ada penangannya.
Yang terusnya itu harus unite, kalian harus lebih pikirin gimana partisipasinya dari mahasiswa. Karena itu banget partisipasi mahasiswa gimana cara kalian mengenai mahasiswa. Oke, dari komen dari saya.
Dan air.
Saya sendiri sebenarnya suka banget sama presentasi kalian, cuman akhirnya it turns out sedikit terlalu idealis. Tapi it's okay, saya udah pernah di sana juga. Cuman satu hal tentang official line ad account itu sebenarnya buat apa ya? Karena menurut saya sendiri ada alasan kenapa Instagram tidak berjalan sesuai fungsinya dari dulu. Salah satunya kendala waktu, mengatur waktunya. Juga juga sumber daya manusianya, nggak ada yang juga. Terus kalian juga tadi bilang line app itu nggak semua orang di BEM divisi lain maksudnya juga bisa akses ke dalam. Yakin apa sih kalian semua orang itu bisa punya jawaban yang sama kalau misalnya ada orang yang mau tanya sesuatu ke line app itu? Karena selama ini yang kita tahu tanya satu anak BEM jawabannya beda sama dengan tanya anak BEM yang lain.
Itu kayaknya harus selesainya pas pleno supaya benar-benar semua orang tahu info yang sama, dan kalau emang ada pertanyaan yang belum dibahas bisa dibahas sedikit tadi itu apa?
Nah, itu kan yang maksudnya accessible untuk semua divisi BEM, itu nggak semua, itu perwakilan, contoh kayak Kadif dan Wakadifnya aja yang punya akses ke line gitu. Nah, Kadif sama Wakadif ini pasti setiap minggu atau nggak setiap saat mereka selalu ada rapat internalnya mereka sendiri kan. Mereka pasti diskusi, kita mau ini, kita menurut kita begini, kalau ada acara ini tergini, gimana? Nah, itu nanti kan kita juga ada grup PPH sama Kadif kan. Nah, dalam situ lagi, kita rapat lagi dalam situ, kita omongin. Nanti solusinya pasti akan muncul satu.
Oke, saya pegang kata-katanya ya. Jadi semuanya berkomitmen untuk mengeluarkan jawaban yang sama ketika ada yang bertanya melalui komersial line account. Kalau itu benar terjadi. Pertanyaan terakhir saya yang tadi saya udah tanyain ke yang lain juga. Oke, udah.
Saya komen aja setengah menit. Poinnya si siapa namamu ya? Aku suka bingung kalau baca poinnya bagus banget. Maksudnya kita suka bikin program. Biasanya kampanye itu programnya yang kesannya ideal gitu. Tapi itu poinnya benar sekali. Jangan sampai nanti pertama official lainnya gitu. Kalau nanti kalian terpilih nih, make sure that it will happen, push forward. Somebody, ketuanya atau wakilnya atau siapapun yang ngecek tuh make sure that it happens gitu. Jadi misalnya informasinya sama kayak tadi kata Olive tuh, kemudian programnya dua benar-benar direncanakan, gitu, integrated, that has to be gimana ya, dimonitor terus gitu. Jadi memang misalnya kadang-kadang ada yang nggak komplit ya, tim di bawah itu harus ditindaklanjuti, ada yang ambil alih atau setengah menit ya kan?
Kan tadi kalian bilang kalau misalnya students itu kendalanya nggak tahu eventnya tanggal berapa, makanya dia nggak bisa ikut event. Padahal sebenarnya itu yang buat mereka nggak ikut suatu event itu karena minatnya, bukan karena mereka nggak tahu tanggalnya. Gimana caranya kalian bisa naikin minat students buat ikut suatu acara?
Pertama, acara itu harus datang dari minat mereka sendiri dulu. Itu yang kita harus bikin event itu dari mereka, yang jangan dari kita. Itu yang pertama, itu kami dari itu.
Itu satu. Kalau yang kedua, ini soal yang kayak nyakop dan soal unit aja. Aku selalu ada nanya-nanya orang beberapa soal ini kayak mostly my angkatan sih, maybe it's biased. But one thing that I know that they like is free food.
Yes. Everyone likes free food.
Everyone likes free
Kayak nggak
food.
ada yang nggak suka makanan gratis kan?
Nah, but that is one. So whenever we wanted to ask for participation from the students, we cannot like just directly kita kayak contoh kita minta campus affair CA untuk lakukan survei kayak kalian mau apa sih? People barely even do the survey because they don't feel like too much time. No, we approach them personally. We always approach people personally. Not always, but most of the time we approach people personally, and how we approach them personally is not just the two of us. Again, it's the whole BEM. You have to meet up there.
Oke, sudah bisa. Jadi dari sini karena tadi makan waktu banyak, jadi kita break